Can somebody please explain to me why the fuck we're spending 2 hours a day playing video games? You talking about, oh, my 2K created players are 99 overall. Nigga, created 100 overall in real life. How the fuck does that not push you off as a man that your mother is working? How the fuck does it not? Especially if you have a good relationship with your mom. That shit burns my soul. Wiz Khalifa smokes and he's successful. Holy fuck, you idiot. You're not Wiz Khalifa or Snoop Dogg. The motherfuckers are rappers and they're talented as fuck. You're not, you're a dweeb. As a man, this shit is player versus player. I need every motherfucking advantage I can get. If you're smoking and I'm not, I can assure you I'm gonna outperform you on an everyday basis. A lot of y'all motherfuckers be drinking to celebrate. What the fuck are we celebrating? You're mediocre. YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Crowd. Welcome back to another vid. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure to follow me on all platforms at I Am Crowd. Today we got a great one. Today's topic is focus. Focus is the ability to direct your cognitive and physical energy on one standard without any distractions, right? It's a lot easier said than done. This is what separates the winners from the losers. This is what separates the 1% from the 99%. This is what separates being average and being elite. This is what separates motherfuckers who win the game and motherfuckers who win the stands. Focus, focus, focus. Focus is saying no to anything that's not helping you be the man you want to be. I want you to ask yourself everything in your life, the people, the places, the environment, the food, the decisions. Does this give a point to my hero or does this give a point to my villain? And if it doesn't give a point to your fucking hero, cut it the fuck out and focus, because it is derailing you. It is distracting you from becoming the man that you want to be. One thing you must understand is that every level of success, every level of becoming more superior, every level of getting closer to that 1% man takes a new level of focus, a new level of cutting off distractions, a new level of being extreme with shit that motherfuckers think is normal. Every single one. And one thing I had to understand is don't blame your distractions, you dweeb. Just improve your focus. The most effective way I've been able to improve my focus is to cut out distractions. What you have to understand about success, fellas, is it's not about what you adopt. It's more about what you cut the fuck out. I can go buy a mop, but if I don't sweep the shit that's on the floor, the mop is going to be pointless. We have to cut the shit out. We have to remove the distractions. So that is what we're going to focus on today. I'm going to focus on the 6 pillars that distract most men and hold men back. Not only that, but I'm going to break down the time management aspect of it. And at the end of this fucking video, you're going to really know how much them little micro decisions of all the things that are pulling you off course and all the things that are keeping you not focused add up. I'm also going to give you guys replacements and solutions so you can put it into action immediately and be the man that you want to be. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm not gonna waste no time. You know what the fuck going on. Porn! This is the #1 component holding men back, keeping men distracted, pulling men off course from being focused. There is no advantage to beating your meat. Hey Siri, how many minutes a day does a man spend watching porn? 60! 60 fucking minutes. And let me tell you something, this 60 minutes is misleading, and I'm gonna tell you why. I recall times when I was beating my meat for 3 hours, and I know that I'm not the only one. I would get on Instagram, see a fitness model do barbell back squats, and her ass looks juicy. Now I'm horny, right? Then I go to Pornhub, then I go to Betty Hub, then I go to X videos, then I go to XNXX. I watch one scene for 30 minutes. I watch the next scene for 30 minutes. I watch the next scene for 30 minutes. Oh, I'm about to bust. Not yet. I gotta bust at the perfect part, because I'm such a 99% dweeb, and I can't get no pussy. Next thing I know, I've been beating my meat for 1.5 hours, then I bust. Hold on, I'm not done. Guess what I do next? I go right back to Instagram, or I go to TikTok and I see a girl half naked and my shit gets hard again. So what do? I go back to Pornhub, XNXX or X videos or Betty Hub. I watch that scene for 20 minutes. Not ready to nut yet. Go to the next one. Ooh, I'm about to nut. Not ready yet. Go to the next one. Oh, I think I'm gonna come. This is my favorite part. Bust. Next thing I know, I spent 3 hours beating my dick. Talk about time fucking management. Imagine if I were to put that 3 hours into something that was pushing the needle forward. It's killing your progress as a man. Cut it out. There's so many disadvantages to porn. Holy fuck. It makes your dick smaller. We talk about being this 1% man. We talk about having the character, having the clout, having the charisma, having the relationship with God, having the money, having the status, having the physique. But guess fucking what, bud? You gotta know how to please a chick. You can't please a chick if your meat is small. You can't please a chick if you have a shrimp. You can't please a chick if you beat your meat every day. One thing you have to understand is the quality of your erection is all due to the blood flow in that specific area. And your blood flow is gonna be extremely bad if you're beating it and beating it and beating it. Fellas, I can tell you right now, I do not beat my meat. And now that I don't, when I am on soft, my shit looks like I'm hard. But I recall when I used to beat my meat every fucking day. Even when my shit was hard, it was small. Looked like I was on soft. Why? Because I had no blood flow, right? So when you inside shorty, she's faking that orgasm. You're not making her bust. You're not. She's using you. She likes you, so she fakes it. She's really not getting pleasured, I can assure you. Why? Because you beat your dick every day, so you're not at your fullest potential when you in that motherfucking pussy. Stop doing it. I don't know about you guys, but I like to please the woman that I'm with. I can give a fuck about my nuts. I want to see her be pleased, and I cannot see her be pleased if I'm beating it and beating it and beating it every day. Stop. It also reduces your sensitivity. Fucking dweeb, you can't stay hard for 5 minutes. You pulling that motherfucker out talking, hold on, I'm about to come. No, you're not. You're not about to bust. You just can't stay hard. So now you're going to eat her pussy and think about some porn scene. And hopefully when you're eating her pussy thinking about that porn scene, your shit get back right. But if it doesn't, you got to resort to plan B. Oh, can you suck me? It's a little cold. You fucking idiot. You fucking dweeb. If you wasn't beating it and beating it and beating it every day, you wouldn't need that. I can assure you. It also lowers your testosterone. Testosterone is the primary sex hormone. Testosterone is what makes men men. No wonder you're a skinny dweeb because you beat your meat every day, younger cry. No wonder you're losing your hair because you beat your meat every day, cry. No wonder your gym sessions suck because you're beating your meat every day, cry. Younger dweeb. Stop doing it. It's ruining your life. It also causes stress. I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. This is one of the worst cycles you could be in as a man, period. You stress out from work and you feel like the only thing that I can do to relieve this stress is to beat my dick. So every hour of the day that you are at work, you look forward to getting home, cutting off the motherfucking lights, picking up that motherfucking iPhone, laying in that motherfucking bed, grabbing that motherfucking Jergens, and getting right to work to relieve that stress because you don't have another outlet, right? And as soon as you bust, you're like, holy fuck, that's when the guilt comes in, right? So you thought that busting that nut, you thought that ejaculating was the only way to relieve that stress. Little did you know, now that you ejaculate and feel guilty, which causes even more stress. Now you're in a cycle and cycle and cycle of stress. Beating it and beating it and beating it and beating it. It's the worst cycle you can be in as a man. It is the worst. But let's take it a step further, right? Maybe you're stressed out from work and you're like, damn, I don't want to beat it. I know that I'm stressed, but I know if I beat it, I'm going to go through the cycle. But now you're caught in the gulag. Now you're caught in hypnotic rhythm, and now you are addicted. So you're stuck. That's the worst place to be. It also causes social anxiety. Charisma is a huge component of being this 1% man. We don't want to just be the rich motherfucker that doesn't know how to talk to chicks. Let's keep it a bean. We do this to retire our mother. We do this to drive the car. We do this for the lifestyle. We do this for ourselves. Yes, but let's keep it a buck. I'm never going to be one of these YouTubers that lie. We do this for the chicks, right? I don't want to be this 1% man and be a dweeb with chicks because then women are going to take advantage of me. Once you have to understand, when you reach that level, you're a target. A lot of women will want you because they find value in you. But you don't want them to want you when then they come to talk to you when you go out to eat. And you don't know how to hold a conversation. Why? Because all you can think about is porn, porn, porn. I found myself like this in the beginning of my journey when I was beating it every day, right? I get around chicks, I don't know how to talk. I get around chicks, it's time to sexually escalate. I am rushing to the vagina because I do not know how to foreplay. Because I'm used to doing what Rico Strong and Pinky do. No, it's fake. Stop watching these porn sites. Stop watching pixels on the screen. It's not real. You must take your time with shorty, right? Kiss her slow, touch her, talk to her, right? You can't just expect that motherfucker to get wet immediately. You have to foreplay. But you're not gonna know that if you continuously watch porn because you're gonna think that porn is your real life. It's not. Also, slow the fuck down. You can't go fast. You can't go too slow. Switch it up, my nigga. Be versatile. Be LeBron James in that motherfucker. Be able to score, assist, and defend. Be a triple threat. Keep watching porn and you're a one-stop shop. You think everything has to be hard and fast. No. But that's all you know because you ruin your dopamine. That's all that you know is these fucking porn sites. Cut it the fuck out. We all know this last disadvantage. It gives you erectile dysfunction. otherwise known as ED. I've said this story before. I'm not gonna go too much in depth. I had this chick over, she was a baddie. 10 out of 10, ass fat, skin complexion nice, hair long, face pretty, teeth white. Put my fingers in that motherfucker, it was tight and wet, ready to go. Guess what, bud? My shit couldn't get up. Why? Not because I was nervous, not because I was unattracted to her, but because I was so used to my fucking hand. I was so used to that fucking porn scene that I wasn't ready when I had a real chick. Period. Tried to get my shit up, got in that pussy for about 2 strokes, my shit got soft. Why? Because I was so used to my hand. Your hand is tighter than a vagina. A vagina is wetter, but you can squeeze with your hand. You're not gonna feel the same thing. So when you get in a vagina, you're like, hold on, this isn't what I'm used to. You fucking dweeb. Stop doing it. Okay, crap, I get it. I gotta stop doing it. What are the solutions? How do I stop doing it? Relax. I'm getting there. First and foremost is an accountability partner. Environment is so important. When you have a partner, somebody that you know, that you trust, that is going through the same exact journey, right? And you're like, hey bro, if I beat my meat, I'll give you $1,000. Hey bro, if you beat your meat, you give me $1,000. When you have somebody pushing you and knowing in the back of your mind, like, fuck, if I do this shit, I gotta pay $1,000, you're gonna decrease that probability of you beating it. Next is adapt list. This used to be a template that I gave out, but I no longer give out because I only give it to my guys at 1% Academy. Right? But I want you to make a list of all the things that I'm mentioning in this video of the disadvantages of beating your meat and constantly remind yourself. Because one thing you have to understand, the same way that you watch my videos and you get motivated and you might watch it again, it's the same thing with reading. So if you're constantly reminding yourself of all the pain and all the disadvantages of beating your meat, you're going to decrease the probability of you doing it. Thirdly, pray to God and read the Bible at night. We're most tempted to beat our meat at night. It's very hard to beat your meat at night when you pray to God and ask him for blessings. You can't pray to God, give him thanks and ask him for blessings, and then beat your meat. You're slapping him in the face. Align with the Lord. Fourth, invest in an alarm clock. Put your phone on the other side of the room. This device, and I'm about to get into it in point 2, it's keeping you from focusing because you keep beating it and beating it and beating it. Leave it in the fucking kitchen cabinet, my guy. Buy an alarm clock so you don't need it at night, and when you wake up, go to the kitchen and grab it. Period. Okay, Cry, I realize how to cut it the fuck out. I realize the solutions. What can I replace it with? I still need to ejaculate. Get a chick! So you don't have to beat your dick and she can beat it for you, but not with her hand, with her vagina. Work on yourself and improve yourself as a man so you can attract high quality women. So you can attract women that look just as good, if not better, than the chicks that you beat your dick to. Period. It all starts with you. Improve yourself as a man and you'll attract quality women that want to have sex with you, want to rip your clothes off, but you can't because you're a fat fuck or you're a skinny dweeb. Get it done. Number 2, social media. This easily could have been number 1. And the funny thing about it is this right here, number 2, is triggering number 1, right? Get the fuck off of these apps. Out of all the distractions I'm going to share today, out of all 6 of these, this is by far the worst one for me personally that has been holding me back for years. Hey Siri, how much time does the average man spend a day consuming social media? 3 fucking hours. 3 hours. Let me tell you something, fellas. That is on average. I remember it was a time in my life when I was spending 8 hours on these apps, scrolling. The crazy thing about it, I don't remember shit about what I was scrolling about. I don't remember shit when I was on social media, the little bit I was today to post. I don't even remember. It's just a quick dopamine. Let's go even deeper. Let me explain to you guys how these apps work. Brother, this is a business. Instagram isn't free. They are a multi-million-dollar company. Cry, how? Let me explain. Businesses like Apple, Amazon, fucking Microsoft, they pay Instagram to put ads on their platform. So Instagram's direct standard is to keep consumers on the apps as long as possible so they can go to these businesses, to Amazons, to Apples, to Microsoft and say, hey, Billy Bob stays on this app for this long. Billy Bob is your ICP, your ideal customer profile. So since I'm showing you that Billy Bob stays on this app for 8 hours a day, I am increasing the probability that you can sell your product to Billy Bob. So why don't you pay me to advertise your product and then he'll buy it? Period. This is a business. Why do you think every time you get on the app, the people's stories that pop up on the top are the people that you most frequently interact with? You go to your explore pages and it's everything that you like. You go to your reels and it's everything that you like. These apps are created to keep you mediocre. These apps are created to keep you poor. These apps are created to leave you distracted. These apps are created to derail your focus. Period. Brother, you're not competing against human beings. You are competing against a fucking machine. They have so many AI technologies that know every post that you like, how long you watch that specific reel, what post you save. It's creating your digital environment. Now, when you log on that motherfucker, it is everything that you love, everything that you enjoy consuming. So you can't put it down. You keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Next thing you know, you done wasted your fucking life. You're gonna be a 50-year-old and know everything with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, everything with the Shade Room, every Instagram model that was shaking that ass, but you're not gonna have any legacy. You're not gonna have no life to create for your kids. You're not gonna have your mother retired. You're not gonna have any income. You're gonna be a mediocre dweeb and be like, fuck, I spent all of my hours scrolling on these fucking apps, but didn't put any of those hours into being the man that I wanted to be. I was in the motherfucking stands. I was watching all these motherfuckers live my dream life every day on social media, but I didn't throw that motherfucking phone, put it down, and create the life for myself. It's nuts. Cut it out. Let's go even deeper. Y'all know what the fuck going on? Let's go even deeper. Fellas, what you have to understand is you are what you consume, right? What we consume is our thoughts, and our thoughts are our actions. I recall myself waking up and getting on social media and hearing something about women this, women that. I get around my girl and I'm acting like a dweeb off a social media post. I recall getting on social media, seeing motherfuckers out kicking it. Like, damn, I gotta go out kicking it. And then the weekend I did. I spent money I didn't have. I recall getting on social media. It's Cinco de Mayo. I see motherfuckers drinking and eating tacos. Damn, I want tacos and margaritas. It is controlling your life. You cannot even think of a grandmaster plan. You cannot even focus because literally Instagram is controlling your everyday actions as a man. You're not controlling your life, buddy. These apps are, because that's all you do is consume them. You're letting these apps dictate your fucking day. The same way that you watch my videos and I put you in a high frequency, these apps are putting you into a low frequency. The fucked up thing about it is my vids are an hour max. You're spending 3 hours at least on these apps. So you know what that means? The majority of your life, brother, you're in a low frequency and you stay in the gulag. You stay drifted. You stay in hypnotic rhythm. You stay doing what everybody else is doing because as a grown-ass man, you can't get off these fucking apps and put that time into you. Don't. Stay mediocre. I don't give a fuck. Okay, Cry, I get it. I get it. I get it. What do I do? How do I get off these apps? First and foremost, brother, if you do not own a business and are using these apps to monetize your business, get the fuck off! Please! You have no reason to be on there. Period. First and foremost, if you do run a business, go to your settings, search app limits. You shouldn't be on there for more than 15 minutes a day. Put a 15-minute barrier on Instagram and TikTok on a daily basis. That is all you need to post and get the fuck off. I'll take it even a step further. You know I'm big on standardizing before optimizing. If you are addicted to these apps, only use them when you're at work. So that means when you clock out, delete it off of your fucking phone. You don't need it anymore. You don't own a business. You can't even pull the chicks on there because you're a dweeb. Why don't you put some work in so you can get some of the chicks that you follow but don't follow you back? Get some of the chicks posts that you're liking but they don't like anything back. They don't even know you exist. Period. These chicks don't give a fuck about you, dude. You following these Instagram models, they don't know you from a can of paint. Get off of the apps immediately. Okay, Cry, I deleted the apps. What do I replace it with? Pick up a fucking book. 5 books I recommend. Get your pen and paper out and pay attention closely. These 5 books can be the foundation for any man. Number 1, Atomic Habits. Number 2, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Number 3, Think and Go Rich. Number 4, Rational Male. Number 5, The 10X Rule. These 5 books are going to teach you about productivity, failure, work ethic, female nature, and believing in yourself. That is all you need initially. So put down the fucking apps, and anytime you want to scroll, just read 1 page, brother. That's it. 1 page. Once 1 page gets okay, do 5. Once 5 gets okay, do 10. But I can assure you right now, if you just replace social media scrolling with reading, you will separate yourself from 99% of men. And you'll be 1 step closer to being that 1% man. It's no fucking reason why we're spending 3 hours on these apps when we're not the man we want to be, when we're living paycheck to paycheck, when we're fat as fuck, when we are a skinny dweeb, when our mom is still working. How the fuck does it not push you off as a man that your mother is working? How the fuck does it not? Especially if you have a good relationship with your mom. That shit burns my soul. Literally, I refuse to be the motherfucker that spends 3 hours a day scrolling on Instagram when my mother is still clocking in a Summa every fucking day. You're a man. Grow some balls and get it done. Period. Number 3, weed. Oh, Cry, Snoop Dogg smokes and he's successful. Wiz Khalifa smokes and he's successful. Holy fuck, you idiot. You're not Wiz Khalifa or Snoop Dogg. The motherfuckers are rappers and they're talented as fuck. You're not. You're a dweeb. Stop comparing yourself to these celebrities that smoke and say they're successful. You are not these celebrities. You do not have the luxury to do that. You do not. This is a major distraction that holds men back and pulls off their inability to focus. Hey Siri, how many hours a day does a man smoke weed? 90 minutes. 90 fucking minutes. Before we even get into the disadvantages, man, we want to be this 1% man where you got to be smart with your finances. And you're going to be a broke dweeb if you are smoking weed. I can assure you. Story time. I was fucking with this chick, man. And I'm the type of guy, when I'm with a chick, I'm very observant of their habits, especially if I have thoughts in my brain of making it long term. I was dating this chick. She was smoking every single day. It got to the point where I was such a dweeb, I started doing it with her. I was observing like, God damn, I'm spending $30 a day on 2 blunts and we smoking every fucking day. That's $150 a week. That's $300 every 2 weeks. That's $600 a month. Hey Siri, what is 600 times 12? $7,200. Do you know what the fuck you can do with $7,200 a year? But you want to spend it on a fucking flower, on a fucking high. No wonder you're broke. Cry, I can't afford your mentorship because you smoke every day. Cry, I'm living paycheck to paycheck because you smoke every day. Period. You know what you can do with $7,200? First and foremost, you could buy a trainer for your fat ass. Thirdly, you can buy some healthy food that you keep complaining is too expensive, so you go to McDonald's and eat a Big Mac, and now you got a big back, right? Thirdly, you can invest in a mentorship and learn skills that could get you the fuck out of your 9 to 5 that you hate, right? Because you want to know what it is you're smoking to escape. You hate your life. You're stressed out. So instead of spending that money that you spend on weed on a skill or learning something specifically that will replace your 9 to 5, you spend it to smoke and then go right back to that lame ass job that is stressing you out, causing you to smoke. You see the cycle? You see the driftiness? You see the mediocrity? You see the hypnotic rhythm? Come on! Fuck, y'all got me in this motherfucker coughing, goddamn. Smoking also causes brain fog. For you fucking artists out there, man, please, please, please stop telling me that smoking weed is causing you to be more focused. It is not. Studies have shown this isn't crowd talking. This is smart ass scientists talking. It increases brain fog. It lowers short-term memory. How can you focus if you can't remember shit? If you're smoking every single day and I'm not, I can assure you I'm gonna run laps around you. As a man, this shit is player versus player. I need every motherfucking advantage I can get. If you're smoking and I'm not, I can assure you I'm gonna outperform you on an everyday basis. I'm gonna be more ripped. I'm gonna have more money. I'm gonna have a better relationship with God. My character is gonna be better. My charisma is gonna be better. My clout is gonna be better. I can assure you. And every time you walk past me with your chick, you might go home and smoke that blunt with her, but I can assure you when she see me, she gonna be giving me the Cause my whole aura is elite. Because I don't make the same dumbass choices that you do. Put the blunt down, doggy. You're not Wiz. Stop. Let's stay on the subject of women. Fellas, if you keep smoking weed, you do know your lips are gonna be black as fuck. You do know your teeth are gonna be yellow as fuck. Women do not want that. You do know that, right? You do know that. Smoking reduces your drive and ambition as a fucking man. Every time I used to smoke when I was with this shorty, I would wake up and feel so lazy. Why do you think you can fall right asleep after you smoke? It's killing all of your drive. It's killing all of your energy. Bro, I'm gonna outperform you every single time. You do not have the same cognitive energy I have. You do not have the same physical energy I have. You don't wanna do shit but smoke and be a lazy dweeb. Come 10 years down the line, you're still gonna be smoking, being a lazy dweeb, and I'm gonna be making $100K a month. You're gonna be like, damn. I remember I was watching that Cry video and he was talking about smoking. And, you know, when he was talking about it, I really didn't listen. I kept doing the same shit. Now it's 10 years later, I'm 45, and I'm still a fat fuck, and I smoke every single day, and he's making $100K a month, and all the women I beat my meat to, they're in his comment, and he gets to fuck them! Do not let it be you. Okay, Cry, I get that weed is bad. What the fuck do I do? How do I cut it the fuck out? Let's use our brains and think very simply. First and foremost, delete your weed man number. Go to your motherfucking iPhone, go to the motherfucking contacts, go to motherfucking plug, weed man, or whatever you dweeb motherfuckers got that number saved as, and delete it. Secondly, all the weed that you have in your house, go to that motherfucking toilet, open the motherfucking lid, pour it, and click flush immediately. Third, all of the friends that smoke and are causing you to do so. They have to go. I don't give a fuck if they was your dog for 10 years, 20 years, or 5. They must go. If you're in an environment where smoking weed is normal, if you don't smoke weed, you look like a dweeb. It's ordinary to smoke weed. Guess what, brother? You're spending $600 a month. Maybe if you saved it, at the end of the year, you would have $7,200. That is more than enough to move to a different city where weed is not normal. So that way, you're not triggered to do it. Okay, Cry. I get it, but what do I replace that with? I use it to smoke my stress away. Now I'm cutting it out. What am I gonna do? Well, you can join 1% Academy, because let me tell you this right now. My brother Anderson was smoking weed for 14 years. He has smoked weed one time in the last 7 weeks. One time! He was smoking for 14 years. He joined 1% Academy and he stops. He doesn't even find joy in doing it. Not only that, but he's down 30 pounds. Not only that, but he's documenting every day of the journey, and he's about to blow up on YouTube because he's staying consistent with his content, right? He loves the motherfucking pain. He loves the motherfucking process. I talk to this motherfucker every day. He's not even thinking about smoking. On our initial call, I was like, bro, just try 2 days throughout the week to not smoke. He was like, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I was like, okay, bro, just try one. Just try 1 day, bro. 1 day. He was like, okay, I'll try. I talked to that motherfucker a week later. He like, bro, I only smoked once. I talked to that motherfucker 2 weeks later. I cut it out. Boom! So don't take my word for it. Ask Anderson. But if you are addicted to weed and you need to stop, click the link in the description. I may be able to help you if you're qualified. Number 4, entertainment. Out of all of these that I'm going to speak about today, outside of porn, I know this is something that's not going to stick. A lot of you fucking dweebs are going to continue to do the same shit because you think what I'm doing is too much. No, bud. I'm not doing too much. You're not just doing enough. I can assure you. There are so many sources of entertainment that hold men back, but today we're only going to focus on 2, right? Sports and video games. Hey, Siri, how much time does the average man spend playing video games on a day-to-day basis? 2 hours. Hey Siri, how much time does the average man spend consuming sports on a daily basis? 2 hours. 2 hours playing video games and 2 hours watching LeBron James score 30. Let's start with the fucking video games. This has never been a problem for me, so can somebody in the comments please fucking explain? I'm really getting pissed the fuck off. If you are not the man you want to be, and you're not making the income that you want, you don't have the car that you want, you don't have the house that you want, you're not working the job that you love, your chick is not really the chick you want, can somebody please explain to me why the fuck we're spending 2 hours a day playing video games? You talking about motherfucking GTA? Create GTA in real life. Get the house in real life. Get the car in real life. Get the chick in real life. You talking about, oh, my 2K created players are 99 overall. Nigga, create 100 overall in real life. Get your real life 100 overall, you motherfucking dweeb. Come on. As a grown-ass man, what is a video game doing for you? We should have stopped playing that shit in high school. That shit is not doing anything for you. There is not a net positive to playing video games. Period. It's not a positive at all. And another thing, oh my fucking gosh, I have to keep bringing women into the equation. Fellas, women hate men that play video games. Newsflash, she thinks you're a dweeb. You've never heard a woman say, oh, I like this guy so much because he plays video games. You never heard a woman tell her mom, oh yeah, my man plays video games. They hate it. They like, if this nigga can spend 2 hours playing the video game, this nigga can spend time with me. But when he get off the game, you talking about working on his purpose. Nigga, the time you put in your video game is the time you could be putting in your purpose. Then you would have time to spend with me. That shit is for dweebs. Cut it out. Okay, Cry, how do I cut it out? How do you cut it out, you fucking dweeb? Throw the system away. It has to go. Throw it away. Go return that motherfucker. Go put that motherfucker to GameStop and get $50 for it. Right? And spend that $50 to get your fat ass a gym membership so you can create a 99 overall in your real fucking life. It's killing your progress as a man. Let's get into the sports aspect. This was very hard for me. Outside of social media, me personally, this was one of my barriers that was keeping me distracted and pulling me off course from being focused as a man. I love sports. I grew up playing sports. I grew up hooping, right? I love to watch LeBron James, but I had to understand, LeBron, you have perfected your craft and created a life of abundance for not only your kids, but your wife and your mom. They do not have to work. They do not have to worry. You are the man you are supposed to be. I cannot watch you bust niggas' ass when I am not the man I want to be. I need to perfect my craft just like you did. So one day I can afford to take my whole fucking family to watch you play courtside. But I cannot do that if I'm spending 2 hours a day watching LeBron James. I do not watch sports anymore. I don't give a fuck if it's the playoffs. I don't give a fuck if it's game 7. I'm not watching it. Period. Cry. That sounds crazy. You're not going to watch sports? Oh my gosh. If that sounds crazy, then you motherfuckers need to be crazy because you're going to stay mediocre. Period. I do not watch that shit, fellas. If I'm on my lunch break, I will watch the 5-minute highlights on YouTube. If I have some spare time, I will Google the scores. I refuse to spend 2 hours watching these niggas hoop when my mom just clocked into Summa Monday through Friday. Period. There's work to be done. Lock the fuck in. These sports are doing nothing for you. But I know. Y'all gonna watch this video and continue to watch them. Cause you think it's extreme. Man, let me tell you something, my nigga. That's the bare minimum. You're gonna see in the course of these next fucking weeks how extreme I get. This is the bare fucking minimum. Stop watching the sports. It's not doing shit for you. It is that deep. These athletes are 1%ers. They're already in the 1%. Why are we watching them? We need to get to their level. But we can't get to their level if all we do is consume them on a day-to-day basis at least 2 hours a day. That is nuts. Sacrifice. That is the only way you will be able to focus. I know that 99% of you dweebs will not cut out sports. But for the ones that do, this is how you do it. Delete the fucking subscriptions. Get them off your fucking phone. Number 1. 2. I don't even have a TV in my house, you dweeb. You see this fucking whiteboard? This is where a TV is supposed to be. But I have a whiteboard instead. So instead of coming into my living room thinking, ooh, I want to watch the Timberwolves bust Steph Curry ass tonight. No, I come in the living room and say, let's record a fucking whiteboard video so I can be the man I want to be. Period. Throw your fucking remote in the toilet. Take your TV out your fucking house. Cry. You tripping. I'm not throwing my TV out. Okay. I don't give a fuck. It's 1% for a reason. Continue to be a 99% dweeb. Continue to be a 70% drifter. Continue to be a 30% normal amounts of action motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Either way, I'm going to get it done, and my guys at 1% Academy are going to get it done. I can assure you. Okay, Cry. I'm the 1% that's actually listening. I'm the 9 out of these 1,000 viewers that's actually trying to cut out sports. Now, what do I replace it with? Okay, Cry. I'm going to throw my system in the fucking trash. What do I replace it with? Deep work! Crowd, what is deep work? Deep work is intensely focusing on 1 or 2 high leverage tasks with 0 distractions. That means focusing on one thing, not picking your phone up, not walking in and out of the room, not going to miscellaneous tasks, not listening to music, not watching the YouTube. Intensely focusing on one task that's high leverage is gonna move the needle forward. What also can you do? Continue to watch my content. Educational and motivational content is not the same as playing video games and watching sports. But I will say, 1 video a day and that is it, and watch it when you are already doing something that is high leverage. Only watch my videos, fellas, if you are at the gym, if you are driving, or if you have completed everything that you need to complete throughout the day, or you're on your lunch break or something like that. Do not overconsume motivational content because you will consume, and stay stagnant. Do not consume educational content and consume because you will stay stagnant. Watch the video, and why don't you put some of the shit that they talk about into play for at least 2 days, and then watch another one. But those are some things that you can replace it with. Number 5, women. I love women to death, man. But if you choose the wrong women, they will pull you off course and allow you to lose focus. What you have to understand is most women, they don't give a fuck about your journey mode. They don't give a fuck about the marathon. They're waiting for you at the fucking finish line. Win the race, my guy. I give a fuck what you did to win it, just win it. They don't understand the amount of effort, attention, and time that it takes to be the man that you want to be. And a lot of times when you meet a woman and you're in the middle of that pack, at least from my experiences, it's not going to work out. Every single day is going to be a constant battle of the things you could be doing and the things you're not doing because you're putting that time, effort, and energy into that chick. And even when you put it into yourself, it's an argument. So now the emotional toll comes in. Let's talk about it. I recall I used to be in a relationship. I would have arguments with my chick every day. It got to the point the second half of our relationship was miserable, arguing every single day. I was still doing my deep work. I was still going to the gym. I was still waking up early, but I was pissed off. Energy and intensity is very important when you're doing these tasks. My gym sessions are going to hit a lot different if I'm focused and my mood is fine versus going to the gym and I'm pissed off because she's complaining to me about dumb shit and I have to go home and hear it again. Does that make sense? Nobody likes to talk about the emotional toll that these relationships takes, but I want to be very careful because no woman is perfect. First and foremost, there will always be arguments, there will always be tension. But one thing I will say, when you work on yourself as a man and check every single box, you're going to decrease the probability of how frequent those things happen. Yeah, you might argue, but it might not be every fucking day. Yeah, she might want time and attention, but not as much as if you were a 99% dweeb. I hope this makes sense. It all starts with you as a man. Let's stop blaming these chicks. Improve yourself as a man. That way you have the luxury to choose which woman you want. A lot of you guys cannot choose the woman you want and you accept whatever woman comes because you're a dweeb. You're fat, you're broke, you're lazy, you have no intellectual skills, you cannot provide, you cannot lead, you cannot have provision. You're just average, you're mediocre, you're a 99% dweeb. But when you're a 1% man and you have value, women will see that and they will want you. Then you can sit back and be like, which one of these high quality chicks do I want? Period. But when you don't do that and you continue to be a 99% dweeb, you have to settle for the woman that comes in your life. And 9 times out of 10, since you're a 99% dweeb, she will be a 99% dweeb. So guess what? You're in this cycle of arguing, being on focus, arguing, being on focus, arguing, being on focus, putting her over your purpose, not progressing, putting her over your purpose, not progressing. 5 years down the line, you are in the same spot. Matter of fact, fuck that. You're not in the same spot. You're worse than the man you were before you met her. Because she distracted you. Hey Siri, how much time does the average man spend chasing these chicks? 90 minutes per day. This is the texting, this is the calling, this is the dates, this is the dating apps, this is everything. On average, this is what a man is spending chasing these chicks on a day-to-day basis. And I know for a fact, it's way more than that. This is just the average. I know a lot of you dudes are spending 4 to 5 hours chasing these women. Fellas, I'm gonna say this every video. You are gonna lose money chasing these chicks, but you will not lose chicks chasing this money. I can assure you, they're not going anywhere. But your energy, your intellect, opportunity to become the man you wanna be as a man is. We only got X amount of time, period. Delay your gratification, the time will come, right? Okay, Cry, I get it. Women are a distraction. What is the solution? What do I do? With this one in particular, it's case by case. So, I always recommend, the issue with some guys, they try to go monk mode and cold turkey with chicks when they haven't gotten enough reps with chicks. So now they become a successful guy and they get around a girl and they're a dweeb. They don't know how to do shit tests. They don't know how to have sex. They don't know how to communicate because they spend all of that time being a 1% man. So this is the rule I live by. If you haven't been with more than 10 chicks, Monday through Friday, purpose, find time a little bit on Saturday and Sunday to dedicate to chicks. If you have been with more than 10 chicks, guess what? Cut them off! Go monk mode. There's work to be done. You're not a dweeb with chicks. You've been with more than 10. You don't need to keep doing that. You need to focus on yourself as a man. So this is case by case, and it even gets more in depth when you take the age component and add that in, right? If you're 18 to 22, you might need to prioritize women at least 1 to 2 days a week. Because again, you don't want to be this 1% man and be a dweeb with chicks. And if you're 35 to 40 and you're still living a mediocre life, cut them out. You don't need them at all. You've already experienced the chicks in your 20s. It's time to lock in. I hope this makes sense. Last but not least, alcohol. Hey Siri, how much time does the average man spend a day drinking alcohol? 90 minutes. My goodness, man. Buddy, you are literally killing yourself. You are literally poisoning yourself. And this 90 minutes is very misleading. Let me tell you why. Because when you drink the day after, you're hung the fuck over. So you didn't lose 1 day, you lost 2. Damn, Cry, I only drink once a week. No, you drink twice a week. The day that you drink and the next day because you're hung over. You go to the gym, you're still hung over. You do your deep work, you're still hung over. You go to work on Monday, you're still hung over. Let's stop the bullshit, man. You're poisoning yourself. And the funny thing that's very similar to weed with this is you're drinking because you are stressed. You are drinking to escape your reality. You hate your life. Instead of drinking and spending all of that money and time in buying shots, why don't you spend that time doing some deep work on a high leverage task that can get you out of your 9 to 5 so you don't have to escape your life, so you can love your life. You can stop drinking every weekend. Let's take this shit even deeper. Y'all know what the fuck I'm on. Similar to how I said that social media is affecting your everyday life and your choices, so can drinking, but a lot fucking worse. That one night you drinked, right? You was drunk, you met a shorty, went back to her crib, had sex, you busting her. Not only did you lose focus that night and the night after because you're gonna be hungover, but you done lost focus for 18 years because now you have a child with a chick that you don't even fucking want. Now the 3 hours you could be doing deep work is gonna be the 3 hours that you're spending taking care of that kid. All because of a choice that you made when you're drunk. We take advantage going to the fucking gym. One drink, you drive home, you get into a car accident, now you can't fucking work out no more. Now you're a fat fuck for the rest of your life. All because you wanted to drink that one night. Micro decisions. Micro decisions. Micro choices that have changed the course of your life, that have ruined your focus for the rest of your life. It is that deep. And another thing, a lot of y'all motherfuckers be drinking to celebrate. What the fuck are we celebrating? You're mediocre, you're fat, you're broke, you're unconfident, you're a dweeb. What the fuck are we celebrating? I will celebrate when I prioritize my purpose and my purpose takes my 9 to 5 away and then I have another bubble left like the video I made yesterday. Then I will drink. Now it's not the time. Phases, phases, phases. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Distractions, distractions, distractions. Cut them out so you can focus or you will continue to stay the same. Why the fuck are you spending $250 on that session and that battle when you are broke, living paycheck to paycheck, when you could be spending that time working on your purpose as a man? I don't get it. What are we celebrating? We're dweebs. Let's celebrate when we become a 1% man. Please. Okay, Cry, I get it. How do I cut it out? Okay, this is very simple. Don't even buy it, you stupid fuck. Do not buy the alcohol. I like to drink myself, right? If I had Casamigos in my refrigerator, I would probably drink. I don't even buy it because I know I would sip it. Also, stop going to these places where drinking is encouraged. Buddy, you are not the man you want to be. Stop going out every weekend. Stop! It's killing your progress as a man. Okay, Cry, I get it, but what do I replace it with? You fat fuck, drink some water. You skinny dweeb, go to a loading phase for creatine for 5 days, drink it midway through your workout, and drink a gallon a day. Instead of drinking a gallon of Hennessy, instead of drinking a gallon of Casamigos, instead of drinking a gallon of Tito's, I can assure you, it will help you, not hurt you. You're poisoning yourself, you're ruining your life. You're ruining your cognitive ability. Drinking every weekend, drinking every day. Stop trying to go relieve that stress because your life sucks and spend that time creating a life that you don't have to escape from. It's very simple math. So let's break it down. When you add all of this time up, that is 8 hours a fucking day. Newsflash, you're already asleep for 8. You already work for 8. So the other time that you have to become the man you want to be, you don't even have because you're spending it on these fucking distractions. So there's little moments when it's just one shot, one episode, one video game, one beat you meet, one scroll on social media are eventually going to equate on average to 8 hours a fucking day. You do not have time. Period. That is, hey Siri, what percentage is 8 hours of my day? 33%. Again, you sleep for 8 and you work for 8. So you only got 8 hours to maximize, but you can't even maximize it because you're doing one, if not all of these 6, and it's taking up all of your fucking life. You only got X amount of time. I refuse to be 20, work for 40 years, retire at 60, be on my deathbed and be mediocre, be on my deathbed and not be the man I want to be on my deathbed and be ashamed of the choices I made because I couldn't focus and cut out the distractions. If you are in tier 3, if you are in tier 2 and you're ready to take your life to the next motherfucking level and you're ready to make failure impossible and you're ready to really lock in and be the man that you want to be, I will put the link in the description, but do not book it if you are not ready to put in the work because I can assure you right now it's not going to be easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. I'm going to push you to your motherfucking limits every fucking day and make failure impossible. That's the video for the day. Focus. Come on.